Database accessed. Establishing uplink.
Hey, agents. Early reports after the attack on Pentco power plant have gone well, but it seems total mission completion may be delayed for a while as action over there has somehow drawn the attention of the various factions, but also more concerning, the attention of the hunters for some reason. Expect us to be busy over there for a while. I'm gonna keep this 100, agents. I can't help but feel bad for Kelso, who finds herself a bit conflicted over the whole Faye situation. It doesn't make it easier that now she's thrust even further into a world where we're leaning on her leadership a bit more, as she's forced to carry a torch she never even asked for. It must be difficult, especially without knowing the entire truth behind Faye's actions. Our job is simple: to lighten her burden by being her soldier at arms, while hopefully helping her get some of the answers she's looking for along the way. In that same vein, I can't help but feel even worse for Major Castillo. The man lost his wife and unborn child to the green poison. It was an innocent enough set of plans to let his wife Sharon visit her sister Caroline while Malcolm worked on the baby room, to allow for one last Black Friday shopping trip before the baby girl came along. But Amherst virus got in the way and made Sharon, her sister Caroline, and Malcolm's unborn daughter a few of the millions we lost. With nothing left but his job as a remnant of what made Malcolm, the senior engineer moved into his workplace at Pentco power plant to make sure that at least that part of his life remained in order. It wasn't long before the National Guard moved in to protect the plant and required Castillo to enlist in order to stay. The National Guard, though, wouldn't last long, and in time the True Sons moved in to assert their control. A very shrewd General Anderson played on Castillo's grief and anger at Sierra, JTF, and the division for seemingly failing to stop the viral outbreak, as well as being inept in their handling of the infected. He couldn't believe that his pregnant wife was given a handful of antibiotics and baby aspirin to fend off her sickness. She lasted all but 10 days, and afterwards was dumped and incinerated at the Central Park mass grave as a means to lower the spread. Anderson, along with his True Sons messaging, appealed to Malcolm's hatred for all things government, including us, and boy does he hate us. He even showed contempt towards Dusk, aka Lynette Edwards, for ever having worn the watch in the first place. Anyway, General Anderson sweetened the pitch to Castillo and made him a few promises to seal the deal. Help him train some people to manage the power plant, and he'd be willing to let Castillo head to DC, to the DCD headquarters in particular, to undertake a personal mission. Castillo kept his end, and then some, potentially making it possible for the True Sons to get control and even run other power plants beyond Pentco due to the methodical training he had given them. This idea of a crew that can move around to other nuclear plants fits perfectly in Anderson's True Sons expansion ambitions. Anderson, so impressed with Castillo's efforts, he sent a specialist, Colden, in his Hales Harbingers unit to escort and support Castillo in DC. That unit was able to get the Nest, Ivy Tunnel, and halted house control points in no time. I should make it clear that even given the freedom to conduct his own research, Castillo was still under Captain Lewis's overall umbrella. What else they were up to as a group will become clear in due time. What is abundantly clear is that Malcolm loved his family, and it's hard not to be sympathetic to his story. No doubt his story was great propaganda for the True Sons recruitment program, and it's touching even for us, his enemies on the battlefield. And that's why we know admirably he would have wanted to go with them exactly as they went. The best we could do to accommodate that is respectfully give a Viking funeral. May you meet and name your daughter, and look upon your wife's smile in Valhalla. Oh, we've recovered some interesting bits and pieces, breadcrumbs that Faye left us. I know you might be anxious and bugged to find out what I'll compile and share what we found next time. As for what's immediately on the horizon, expect what's left of Castillo's crew to make a push to regain the territory they just lost. Clear out what you can. Let's just make sure we do it quickly. End transmission.